Hello everyone and welcome back to Soft Skill 2 class. The code is KNC201. Today we are going to start with Unit 1, lecture number 1. Before this, I told you about lecture number 0, which was all about the syllabus, what we are going to cover in this whole semester and in the subject. I also told you about the definition of soft skills, also the difference between soft skills and hard skills. Now, Unit 1, which says LSRW skills, that means L stands for listening, S stands for speaking, R stands for reading, and W stands for writing. So we are going to cover all these 4 parameters in this entire unit. Moving ahead, what we are going to discuss in this whole video is the introduction to LSRW skills. After that, active listening. We are going to touch first parameter, that is listening. And what do you understand by active listening? After that, we'll be moving on to speaking part and where we'll be touching pronunciation. So, as you can see in the diagram, in the picture, LSRW, which stands for listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Moving to the first skill, that is listening, we should be a good listener before we speak, we read, or we write. Listening skills enhances your overall, if I talk about the language, overall language skills, right? You are able to comprehend and produce the language, the given language, if you acquire all these 4 skills. So it is very important for an individual that he should be able to grab all the 4 pillars. I will call these are the pillars. एक भी pillar अगर remove कर दिया जाए तो building गिर जाती है. इसी तरह इन 4 pillars में से सारे pillars are equally important. So we should not only be efficient, affluent in only one skill, rather we should focus in all the 4 skills. So now the first one that we are going to start with is listening. See, there are certain facts. Do you know that an individual's average speaking rate is 120 to 150 words per minute? एक मिनट में एक इंसान समवेयर अराउंड 120 to 150 वर्ड्स बोल लेता है और बोल सकता है, राइट? एंड जो हमारा ब्रेन है, जो हमारा माइंड है, दैट कैन प्रोसेस समवर्ड अराउंड 500 to 700 वर्ड्स अ मिनट, एंड दैट इज अ ह्यूज नंबर. Most of the brain is idle, thus attention deviates and listening gets affected. So it is very, very important to focus, to pay attention to the speaker. Then only we can grab what he actually wants to communicate. As has been told in the previous semester, what active listening is, this is called as the act of mindfully hearing. Mindful hearing. That means you're concentrating on the speaker, you're focusing on the speaker. When you are focusing on the speaker, then only you are able to get what he intends to say. And attempting to comprehend, आप स्पीकर को समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. The meaning of words spoken by another in a conversation or a speech. What does it require? It requires full concentration from the part of a listener, understanding, response, and also one needs that whatever is being said, he should be able to remember or recall in his mind. There are certain techniques by which one can focus an attention, or one can call that that he will become an active listener. So active listener कैसे बन सकते हैं? Number 1, by paying attention. Pay attention to what the speaker is speaking. जब तक आप उसको उस पर ध्यान नहीं कर देंगे, उसको कॉन्सेंट्रेट नहीं करेंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इस वक्त मैं आपसे बोल रही हूँ, मैं एक वीडियो बना रही हूँ, आप सुन रहे हैं इस वीडियो को, सो अगर आप इसको ध्यान से नहीं सुन रहे हैं तो आप शायद नहीं समझ पाएंगे क्या हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. So it is very important to focus on the speaker. Also, you have to show that you are listening, and we can do in physical sense. So we can do it by maybe showing some non-verbal gestures, and they are nodding your head, or maybe making some facial expressions that shows that yes, you are understanding, you are attentive, you are enjoying what is being said, you do not understand, or uninteresting. So non-verbal clues given by a listener can tell a speaker what the listener is feeling. Defer judgment. Without deferring judgment to any speaker, like there is a pronunciation error, this is this, बीच में रोका टोकी ना करके आप पहले सुनिए, बाद में फीडबैक जो देना है वो दीजिए. ठीक है. द नेक्स्ट वन इज रिस्पॉन्ड एप्रोप्रिएटली. सो आपको प्रिजुडाइज नहीं रखनी किसी की तरफ कि नहीं, आई डोंट वांट टू लिसन टू हिम, सो दैट इज व्हाई आई विल नॉट लिसन. चाहे वो कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट बता रहा है, सही बता रहा है, गलत बता रहा है, तो अगर आपने माइंड में एक सेटअप रख लिया कि नो, आई डोंट वांट टू लिसन फ्रॉम हिम और हर, then you are making judgments. You're not responding appropriately. So give a proper feedback, listen to the person, and don't be judgmental. So this is about active listening, which you have to take care in future if you want your communication to be effective. Next part comes speaking, where speaking pronunciation is very, very important for any speaker. It plays an important role to create effective communication, since you know that incorrect pronunciation may lead to misunderstanding. If I say something incorrectly, then you may not understand that. We know the mechanism, we have discussed the mechanism of speech. We know that whenever we are speaking, the air comes out through our nose or mouth, and then it travels through the air and reaches the listener's ear, right? So we should follow the pattern, and that is how one can understand the things. See, a native speaker needs to learn the mechanism of speech organs. जब तक हमें पता नहीं होगा कि कहाँ से कौन सी साउंड निकालनी है, हमने ग बोलना है तो वो कहाँ से आता है, और हमें ज बोलना है तो हमारी टंग की प्लेसमेंट कहाँ है. अगर हम वाउल्स एंड कॉन्सोनेंट्स को प्रॉपरली नहीं समझेंगे, then we won't be able to speak properly. So it is very important to understand. For example, you must have noticed that many people have this problem, especially in Indian context. Many people have this problem of saying sa, sh या sh को स बोलते हैं, right? या फिर j को j बोलते हैं, z को j बोलते हैं, like zoo को जू बोलते हैं, वाइन को भाइन बोलते हैं. So ये कुछ common mistakes हैं जो as a native speaker आप नहीं समझ पाते हैं, right? So अगर हम इस मैकेनिज्म को प्रॉपरली अंडरस्टैंड कर ले, तो आई थिंक हमारे प्रोनाउंसिएशन में बहुत से चेंजेस आएंगे, बेटर होगा, और हमारी कम्युनिकेशन भी बहुत इफेक्टिव हो जाएगी. So there is one way by which we can improve our pronunciation. There are many ways, but here today we are going to discuss tongue twister. First method is tongue twisters. This is a fun activity. This is a kind of a game which can be played, and at the same time, one can improve his or her pronunciation. So by practicing tongue twisters, one can build up their pronunciation skills. Like if I say, she sells seashells on the seashore. So the people who are facing problem in not differentiating between s and sh sound, then they might improve by repetitively speaking them. As it is written, flies fly, butterfly flies. So when you say it fastly, then if you have a problem saying fur, many people have fur and ver, they get confused. so you can improve your pronunciation. Moving ahead. Tongue twisters होते क्या हैं? They are the phrases or sentences जो सिमिलर साउंड के होते हैं. सो जब आप जल्दी जल्दी बोलते हो तो आप गलती भी करते हो, और जब प्रैक्टिस करते जाते हो तो आपकी वो इम्प्रूवमेंट होती जाती है, एंड धीरे धीरे योर प्रोनाउंसिएशन गेट्स बेटर एंड इट इज वेरी helpful way. So these are the fun word games which I have already told you. This is to encourage your confidence boost up. It's just practicing any physical activity that you are doing. The more your muscles learn and remember to properly pronounce the words, then you are able to speak publicly. And in fact, it is used in acting classes as well. So that is the reason why we should learn tongue twisters. It is helpful at various places. So these are some of the examples of tongue twisters. If I read one or two for you. How can a calm cram in a clean cream can? How can a cram in a clean cream can? So this is quite twisting. So third one, if a dog chews shoes, whose shoes does he choose? So repeating it again, ch, sh. So these sounds are repeated again and your pronunciation gets better. Next, we come to the another way by which one can improve their pronunciation, and that is word stress. So what is word stress? Word stress को समझने से पहले I think we should understand what syllable is, क्योंकि stress एक syllable पे ही लगता है. Syllable जो होता है, that is a basic unit of spoken language. It consists of uninterrupted sound that can be used to make up words. So किसी भी word में vowel sound जो होती है, that is called the syllable sound. So आगे जैसे कि मैंने यहाँ लिखा है, C denotes consonant and B denotes vowel. So I have represented it with the help of an example. जैसे आप इसमें देख सकते हैं कि first one is man. So if I write M is consonant, A is a vowel, N is a consonant again. So therefore we see that there is only one sound that is coming, right? Man, M, A, N. So only one sound is coming. Therefore it is monosyllabic. Single sound is coming. Here two sounds are coming. A go, A and O. Hotel, O and A. Freedom, E and A. Two syllabic. And same way polysyllabic where more than two. It might be 3, 4, 5. Then they are called polysyllabic. This must be coming in your mind that, ma'am, here there are two vowels, but still you are considering it one syllable. Yeah, because when I'm talking about the sound, so I am saying vowels sound, not number of vowels. Syllable is counted. Syllable, कोई भी syllable अगर count करेंगे तो हम vowel sound पे जाएंगे, ना कि number of vowels पे. तो अगर इस word में vowel देखा जाए तो lead, ल, e, d sound तो एक ही आ रही है, e की. Therefore it is considered as one syllabic. So there are certain rules for counting syllables. One, number the vowel sounds, count the vowel sounds. Then subtract any silent vowel. अगर कोई ऐसा word है जैसे कि have. अगर have में आप देखा जाए तो लास्ट की e की कोई साउंड नहीं आ रही है, therefore हम इसको कट कर लेंगे and it is monosyllabic. Count diphthongs as only one vowel. Diphthongs क्या होते हैं? जो दो साउंड्स आती हैं, like R, A, I, N. A. So this sound is A, rain. So इसको एक काउंट किया जाएगा, ना कि दो. Vowels देखे जाएं तो दो हैं, A और I, but sound single है. Therefore, the diphthong will be considered as single. Hence, number of vowel sounds is same as number of syllable. तो ये तो हमने देखा कि हम vowel sounds कैसे निकालते हैं. सो यहाँ पे देखिए, जैसे यहाँ पे एक डिप्थोंग है आओ, एक ही साउंड आ रही है, तो हमने दो वाउल्स को एक कंसिडर किया. T is a consonant, S is a consonant, E outside, I. Again, one sound is coming, and here this vowel is not considered as vowel. This is a silent E. Therefore, this vowel will not be considered. ठीक है? So therefore, how many vowels are there? 2. So therefore, this is disyllabic word. I hope you have understood. Now we come to stress. स्ट्रेस क्या होता है? स्ट्रेस किसी भी वर्ड में एम्फोसिस देना किसी पार्ट को, दैट इज कॉल्ड स्ट्रेस. ठीक है? इट इज अ रिलेटिव एम्फोसिस और प्रोमिनेंस गिवन टू अ सर्टेन सिलेबल और सर्टेन वर्ड इन अ फ्रेज. वी यूज स्ट्रेस टू कन्वे सम काइंड ऑफ मीनिंग, किसी टाइप की अर्जेंसी या अपना एंगर दिखाना या कोई और ऐसी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग को मेंशन करना. सो देयरफॉर हम उसको स्ट्रेस करते हैं. अब यहाँ पे कुछ रूल्स हैं जो मैं आपके साथ डिस्कस करूंगी. Number 1, 2 syllables nouns and adjectives. अगर 2 syllable noun या adjective है, तो in most 2 syllable nouns and adjectives, the first syllable will take stress. Like samples. So हम stress कहाँ दे रहे हैं? पहले वाले पार्ट पे देते हैं. Cartoon, carton, purple, rainy, China, happy. So हम first part पे यहाँ पे इसको slash से represent करते हैं. Like this. Relax. Now, second one, in most 2 syllable verb or preposition, the stress will be on the second part. Relax, receive, direct, among, aside, between, decide. Another rule, words ending with ER and LY, the stress is placed on the first syllable. Orderly, silently, lovingly, manager, etc. Here, words ending in consonants and in Y, then the first syllable usually gets a stress. Rarity, optimal, gradient, generous, right? So here, an E is missing. It should be E rather than O, right? Next one is words ending in ADA, double E, ESE, Q, ETTE, ON, right? Double O. N. So here, primary, the second stress, the second part gets a stress, like lemonade, crusade, agree, sightseer, Simus, cassette, balloon, right? Words starting with UN, IN, PRE, EX, MIS. जब ऐसे prefixes लग रहे हैं, तो प्राइमरी स्ट्रेस एक्चुअली प्लेस्ड ऑन प्रीफिक्सेस. लाइक एग्जांपल, इनसाइड, यहाँ पे हमारा फर्स्ट पार्ट पे जो है, देयर इज अ स्ट्रेस ऑन फर्स्ट पार्ट. अब कंपाउंड नाउन का देख लेते हैं. अगर कंपाउंड नाउन है 2 नाउन से बन के, तो क्या स्ट्रेस आएगा? फर्स्ट वर्ड पे आएगा. सी फूड, आइसलैंड, टूथपेस्ट. तो पहले वाले नाउन पे जो है द स्ट्रेस विल कम. कंपाउंड एडजेक्टिव है तो सेकंड पार्ट में आएगा. हाइफनेटेड है तो हाइफन के बाद वाले में आएगा, राइट? लाइक 10 मीटर, रॉक सॉलिड, 15 मिनट्स, एटसेट्रा. कंपाउंड वर्ब्स में क्या होता है? द स्ट्रेस इज ऑन द सेकंड और द लास्ट पार्ट. Matilda loves bread but detests butter. Dogs loves to eat bones and love to drink water. अगर नाउन प्लस कंपाउंड नाउन है, जैसे एयरप्लेन, मैकेनिक, नाउ ये तीनों ही नाउन है. नाउन प्लस कंपाउंड नाउन में फर्स्ट पार्ट पे जो है स्ट्रेस आएगा. सो ये रूल्स आपको याद ही करने पड़ेंगे. देयर इज नो अदर वे अराउंड that you will get to know. You have to learn these rules, like whatever you have learned in your nouns and parts of speeches, other parts of speeches like adjectives, verbs, adverbs, etc. Right? So that's all from my side today. Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed the video, and we'll be bringing a new one on the same unit, LSRW, where we'll be covering on the other 2 parameters, reading and writing. Thank you so much.